Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good day. Welcome to your Purposeful Podcast. My name's Gary Robertson and welcome to Living Your Life on Purpose. Now, we said in the last podcast we were going to focus on habits. And what we want to do really is to allow you to consciously be aware of the habits that you currently have. Now, biting your nails is a habit you may have, and biting your nails is a habit you may want to get rid of. You may have a habit that gets up in the morning and you have a purposeful morning and it works for you. That might be a habit that you want to keep. But what we want to do is create a load of good habits that work for us. But how do we do that? Well, the first thing is to understand actually what a habit is. And a habit really is where your subconscious mind auto-tasks things so that you don't have to think about it, so that the brain doesn't waste unnecessary energy. So it wants to auto-task, create a habit of everything it can, because then less energy is used during the course of every single process that your brain or your computer goes through. So think about a computer. Every time it's processing things, if there's too much processing going on, your computer slows down. Well, it's the same with your brain, really. So your subconscious mind takes control of all of your habits. Remember, we are what we repeatedly do. Success is therefore merely a habit. That was from Aristotle. So what we want to do is consciously be aware of all of our habits, good ones, bad ones, not so good ones, and maybe we want to eliminate those bad ones and turn the time that's freed up into good habits. So how do we do that? Well, the first thing you need to do is to download a copy of the 13-week massive action plan. Go to page 9, and on page 9 there is 10 habits that you can write down. Now, those habits might be ones you want to keep and those ones that you want to eliminate. Now, once you've written down the habits that you want to eliminate, then we have to work out ways to make them harder to do. So remember, a habit, if you want to keep it, you make it easier to do. If you want to eliminate it, you make it harder to do. So maybe if you want to stop drinking beer during the week, you have no beer in the fridge. That makes it harder to do. Also, we want to create a trigger. So remember, a trigger to do now, if you have not already downloaded and printed off the 13-week massive action plan, is to set a trigger in your mobile phone for later in the day when you know you're going to be at home. And the trigger is to remind you to print off the 13-week massive action plan. In the next podcast, we're going to talk about how you can actually really develop some new habits.